Good morning, students. Today we are going to study our first poem, a photograph. Photograph is related with the memories of the near ones and dear ones. Photograph is a poem about nostalgia. A photograph is written by Shirley Dawson. The poetess Shirley Dawson, she feels grieved at the loss of her mother. This poem is about nostalgia of the poet's mother. You know that loss is universal, but we cannot get into depression with it. We grieve, but we need to overcome it. Now, this poem talks about the loss of her near ones and dear ones of the poet, her mother, who died before 12 years. The poet she is looking at the photograph. It is the photograph of her mother. The poet one day she came across a cardboard. Cardboard is a thick paper on which the photograph is pasted. So the poet she came across a cardboard on which the photograph of her mother was pasted when she was 12 years old, when she was younger, when she was a child of 12 years. The poetess, she is looking at the photograph. The photograph shows her mother when she was a little girl. At that time, her mother was only 12 years old. She was at the beach. She was not alone. She was accompanied by her two girl cousins. The poet's mother was younger than the two. She was eldest and she was tallest. The mother and the two girl cousins, they went to the sea beach. They went to enjoy the sea holidays. The photograph shows how her mother looked when she went with the two girl cousins. The photograph also showed how her mother and the two girl cousins, they were paddling. Paddling means they are moving in a shallow water with bare feet. Each one holding one of my mother's hands. Being the eldest, being the tallest, the two girl cousins, each one is holding the hand of the poet's mother. And it was 12 years ago. The poet's mother and the two girl cousins, they were standing still, motionless, and they were smiling through their hair. It was a windy day, and that's why, because of the windy day, the hair was falling on the face of the girls. So we can say that we can see the smiling face through the flying hair. So all the three girls, they were smiling at the uncle who was with the camera. The uncle was with the camera and he was ready to take the photograph. The poetess, she looked at the photograph and she found that at the age of 12 years, her mother had a sweet face. So her mother had a sweet face before she was born. So there was a liveliness, there was a, we can say, sweetness on her face, but it was before the poetess was born. As the mother had grown into womanhood, so she was under the responsibilities. She had to perform her duty, and due to that, her sweetness, the sweetness of her face, had disappeared. The poetess Shirley Dawson, she found the sweetness of her face missing as the years gone by. And the sea which appears to have changeless, the poet is at the end of the first stanza. she talks about the mortality of the human life. We human beings are mortal. The poet's mother and the two girl cousins, they were mortals and they suffered change in the physical appearance. But on the other hand, the poet is found that the sea is eternal. There is not much change in the appearance of the sea. So the sea appears to have changed less. Was that terribly transient fate? Here the poet wants to say that the sea is washing that feet, transient feet. Transient means temporary. Our existence on the earth is temporary. So the sea is eternal. There is not much change in the appearance of sea. But the sea was washing the transient feet, temporary. So we can say that we are mortal beings and that's why our existence on the earth is temporary. One day we have to go, we have to die, while all the elements of nature are immortal, eternal. So the poet is here talks about it, how terribly the change had come in the appearance of the poet's mother. She couldn't see the smiling face of her mother. She couldn't see the moments of enjoyment which she enjoyed and the sea which with the passage of time, with growing years, the poetess had seen a lot had changed in her mother. So the first, in this poem, the three stages of the poet's mother are described. The first phase is about her childhood. Then the second stage, in the second stanza, the second phase of her mother. When the second stage or the second stanza is about the poet's middle age. Some 20-30 years later, so it was about 20-30 years, after 20-30 years, when the poet's mother was in middle 30 or 40 years, at that time a lot had changed, as I said, that already the poet's mother had got married and she had a daughter in the form of the poetess. So lot had changed in her life, in her appearance. She had to perform the duty as a mother, as a wife, and that's why the photograph holds a lot in the life of the poet's mother. Whenever she would be unhappy, it holds the memories of her childhood days. She would take out the photograph. So after 20-30 years, when the poetess was in her 30s or 40s, she would take out the photograph and she would look at the photograph, snapshot this photograph. She would remember her sea holidays. She would look at the photograph and she would laugh at the photograph. Showing the photograph to her daughter, means to the poetess would laugh and she talk about the two girl cousins named Betty and Dolly. Betty and Dolly are the name of the two girl cousins. The poet's mother would say, showing the photograph to the poetess, that look how they dressed us for the beach. See, it was an amusing moment. She started laughing. She made fun how the two girl cousins they dressed for the beach. So, as they were very young, very small, so they didn't have a dressing sense. So that's why even the mother of the poetess, she was also only 12 years old. That's why when she was on a sea holidays, she didn't notice the dressing of the two girl cousins. But after 30-40 years, when she looked at the photograph, she started laughing by looking at the dressing of the two girl cousins. The sea holidays was her past. The poetess, she talks about that the sea holidays was the past of the poet's mother, because she couldn't enjoy the innocent joys of the childhood days. She had lost her carefree childhood. That's why the sea holidays was the past of her mother. A lot had changed in her life. She couldn't go back to all those childhood days, carefree days. And mine is a laughter. The poet is here to talk about that just like the sea holidays was the past of her mother, it was the past moment of her life. She could not go back to those childhood days in the same way. Just like the poet's mother remembers the sea holidays by looking at the photograph, in the same way. The poet is, for her, she remembers the laughter of her mother. She remembers the laughter of her mother when she was enjoying the sea holidays. No doubt, a lot had changed even in the life of the poet because her mother had died. She is no more. Both rise with the labored ease of loss. Rise here means twisted with the disappointment. So both here at the end of the second stanza, the poet is talking about both the poet and the mother had a sense of loss. First, the mother of the poet, she had lost her carefree look on the face. She had lost the laughter. She had lost the innocent joy of childhood days as she had gone into womanhood. In the same way, the poet is also, she has lost the smiling face, the sweet face, the laughter of the mother, as she had lost the beautiful company of her mother. She feels lonely, she feels alone in this way. Both right, both, very difficult in that. It was very difficult for both of them to overcome the feeling of loss. So both the poet's mother and the poet, they were at a loss. Both found it difficult to overcome the grief of loss. In the third stanza, the poet he talks about the third stage. The third stage is the stage when the poet's mother died. Now she has been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. The poet he talks about her mother had been dead nearly as many years as that girl lived. Means her mother had died before 12 years and she had been dead as many years as that girl of the photograph. The girl of the photograph lived only for 12 years because then she had grown into womanhood. The poet wants to say that the mother had died before 12 years. And of this circumstance, the poet, she talks about the circumstance. Circumstance means the situation created after the death of the mother made her speechless. She doesn't have words to speak about the loss of her mother. The situation had made her speechless, that there is nothing to say at all. The void, the emptiness left by her mother is such that there is nothing to say. She wants to express, through words what she feared after the loss of her mother, but her feeling has died. She doesn't have any words to speak about the loss of her mother. There is nothing to say at all. The situation of the death of her mother has created the deathly silence that the poet doesn't want to speak anything. Its silence is, oxymoron. Silence means the silence which is created due to the void, due to the death of the poet's mother has made her silent. the poet is, she is deeply grieved at the death of the mother, that she doesn't want to speak anything. So this poem is about the void left by somebody's death. As I told you that loss is universal, but we should not give into the depression caused by it. We should know how to overcome it. And we know very well that when our near one and dear one dies, at that time we become very unhappy, we become sad. But life is all about moving on. And that's why you see that the poet's mother and the poet both have learned to live with it. Even though it is difficult for them to overcome the feeling of loss, the sweet memories of her childhood days, the innocent joys of her childhood days, and for the poet is the smiling face, the laughter on the face. It was difficult for both of them to overcome it, but still they have learned to live with it. So at last, the poet is talk about silence. The death of the mother has left a void in her life, that she doesn't have feelings. It has killed. The death of the mother has killed all the feelings of the poetess, that she doesn't want to speak anything. She doesn't have any words to speak. And that's why the situation, the circumstance in her situation is such that there is nothing to say at all. She wants to speak a lot about her mother, but she is deeply grieved at the death of her mother, that she doesn't want to speak anything, say anything, as she is deeply grieved at the loss of her mother. Her mother was very close to her, that she doesn't know how to overcome the loss of her mother. Thank you. I hope you have understood this point.